Have you ever wondered how birth order can have an impact on your life? Well, I sure did, and as you may notice or not, I'm the eldest child. So let me tell you a story. When I was around 7, 8 years old, I remember I was sitting on a long desk beside my sister, and we both had the task about painting a rosary for a religion class. So I started picking my colors, and I picked the most elegant colors you can imagine, like baby blue, baby pink. But when I turned around, I looked at my sister's work, and she was scribbling all over the paper with the most hideous colors you could ever imagine of. Of course, I didn't say anything. I didn't want her to feel bad, but I waited for her to go to sleep, and I made another homework for her, put it in her backpack, and the next day my sister came home telling my parents how the elves did her homework. But of course it wasn't the elves, it was me. So this is a perfect example about careless youngest child and obsessive firstborn. So based on that story, sometimes I wonder, if I was middle child, only child, would that have changed me as a person? And my answer to my own question is yes, I would have been a completely different person. But I was also started asking myself, how am I affected by birth order? Like, why am I this obsessive, like this perfectionist or something like that? So I started making research. So now I'm sure we have all heard these classic stereotypes associated with birth order. How firstborns are the trailblazers of the family, initial recipients of our parents' undivided attention. How middle children are looked up as an unsung hero, caught between the attention of the oldest and the youngest. How only child how an only child growing up without the family dynamics can become mature beyond their years. But these are all stereotypes. Now, let me ask you a question. Are there any older siblings here? Any youngest, middle children, or only childs? Do you feel you can fit into these stereotypes? Do you feel that you completely entered on a box where you're like firstborn or something like that? During my research, I came across this book called Birth Order Book by Dr. Kevin Lehman, which Dr. Kevin Lehman sustains that we are not only affected by birth order, we are also affected by our family dynamics. So Dr. Kevin Lehman sustains that middles, being stuck between the eldest and the youngest, become more flexible. You learn how to adapt with your siblings, so you kind of flow with the family or with people around you. Being the firstborn means you're basically your parents' little experiment. You're the first one to navigate through the challenges of growing up. And being the youngest means that you're encouraged to find your own path. Your parents want you to be more creative, or you want to be more creative because you don't want to follow your older siblings. So you can also become a little bit rebellious. And being an only child means that you're trying to fit in with adults in a world of adults. So you become a sober person with a strong sense of responsibility. Birth order and relationships. Have you ever noticed how birth order and family dynamics might mirror the way you interact with others outside of your family in your social circle? For example, if you are a firstborn, you might find yourself in a position where you're mentoring others, not only your youngest siblings, but also your friends. It's like offering guidance, it's almost like a second nature for you. Middle, natural peacemakers, you bring this ability into your relationships, mediating disagreements just as you do within your family dynamics. Youngest, your outgoing nature can make you a magnet of friends, so you're kind of the life of the party. It's truly remarkable how birth order and family dynamics can be influenced by all these factors that makes us a person, that forms our personality, our minds, the way we interact with others. It's remarkable how birth order and family dynamics can have an impact on this way. So birth order isn't just confined into our own homes, it also extends its relationships. For example, with your friends, even with your professional relationships. Embracing our birth order traits, it's like understanding a part of ourselves that is influenced by our family dynamics. So now I know myself better. After this research, I get now why I'm also obsessing over my sister's homework. So remember, it's not about fitting into a mold, it's about understanding yourself better and understanding your birth order and family dynamics. Thank you.